Hey folks, it's Greg and Jana with Strange RV Tours, and today we're in Shreveport, Louisiana, and we're at the Shreveport Municipal Auditorium. This is a very historic building. This is where the Louisiana Hayride would perform as they would travel through the South. Up on the top of it, it says, "Dedicated to those who served the World War." It also says the world must be made safe for democracy. And on this side, it says something about righteousness shall cause peace or something. I can't see it exactly from here. But it's a beautiful building, very historic building. The main reason that we stopped here today was to film these two statues that they have here. The first one is of James Burton. If you don't know, James Burton is listed as one of the 250 best guitarists of all time by Rolling Stone magazine. He toured and played with such people as Jerry Lee Lewis, John Denver, Rodney Crowell, Graham Parsons, Emmylou Harris. He was the leader of the TCB band, which was the Taking Care of Business band that was Elvis Presley's band from 1969 until Elvis's death in 1977. He became a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and was inducted by Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones. He's one of those guitarists that's kind of a gun for hire. He played with many different bands over the years on a lot of albums. They would call him in to do studio session work, and just an incredible guitarist. The plate underneath his statue says, "James Burton, play it James, all praise and glory to God for the gift of music. Guitar lovers worldwide know the name of James Burton. Burton's distinctive style has rightfully earned the Shreveport native a place in music history and endeared him to countless musicians. His service for studio recording and live performances has been sought by some of the world's top entertainers, including Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, Ricky Nelson, John Denver, Roy Orbison, Ray Charles, Jerry Lee Lewis, Merle Haggard, and many others. Here he proudly stands in front of the Municipal Auditorium, where it all began for him at the age of 14 and at Elvis's side, exactly where he stood for untold performances, a legend in his own right. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee James Burton is a man whose talent has given fans around the world the opportunity to experience a music connection that comes straight from the heart to theirs through the magic of 6 guitar strings. The second statue that they have here in front of the auditorium is Elvis Presley, a young Elvis Presley, and his guitar is missing some strings, it looks like. Everybody knows about Elvis. The nameplate says, "Ladies and gentlemen, you've never heard of this young man before, but one day you'll be able to tell your children and grandchildren that you heard musical history made tonight." With these prophetic words, Elvis Presley was introduced to the country from the stage of the Municipal Auditorium on the Louisiana Hayride radio program in October of 1954. From a working class background, Elvis would rise to become the king of pop culture and an ambassador to a new age, and arguably the most beloved artist of the 20th century.
That's cool.
That is. That's a cool statue, man.
Yeah, I saw these online. I didn't know anything about the building, but I did some research, y'all. Louisiana Hayride was here and all that, with all the stars involved with that. But this has 3,200 seats, dedicated to the women and men that served in World War I. Then it came across World War II. They had housed soldiers on the upper floors. And another tour guide said they like to take a picture of the crowd with all the seating behind them. Well, in section G, there's an old man in some overalls sitting in one of the seats, which she turned around again, he wasn't there. So, and of course, another tour guide said that there was a door by the stage that just shut by itself, and there was nobody there. So there are probably some famous people that come back here just to hang out together. I don't know, but it's
I don't know what you'd call that. This was taken from a photograph taken at Elvis's first performance here, which was very early on in his career. This was, you know, some of his very first appearances.